Oh my God, looks like Fabrizio Romano has yet gone ahead to talk something against Arsenal that is really so much encouraging, but it has loads of other suitors for the player who goes by names of Mykhaylo Mudryk, who really went ahead to play the game against Celtic yesterday and really scored a goal against them and levered it, and the game ended 1-1. And he had really come up with an assist, but he really got that ball from the line, outside the line, and obviously it never really counted, but he would have really gotten himself another goal and an assist. Remember, in the first game he scored 1 goal and put up 2 assists when they beat Red Bull Salzburg. Now let's wait and see this team when it's playing Real Madrid and how this guy Mykhaylo will go on and really behave in this game of football. One of the best promising talents in the world football, playing in the Champions League, looking sharp, and obviously he continues to be a threat game in, game out. 2 games, 2 goals, and 2 assists. That is Mykhaylo Mudryk, a player that is so much linked to Arsenal, and Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to really say lots of things about him. Then we are talking about the English national team squad announcement. Bukayo Saka, Ramsdale in, Ben White has been dropped, and lots of Arsenal fans are not happy with that, but I'm going to tackle a little bit into that and really give you my verdict as far as that is concerned onto this channel, which goes by names of Rokani Media Football. Now let's get into this. As you subscribe to this channel, Fabrizio Romano obviously has come out and told us the following, that on Mudryk, there are many clubs in the race who want to sign him. I was speaking to my sources during the summer about Mudryk, with clubs around Europe. They told me for Shakhtar, they really think this guy is worth more than 30 million euros. And obviously, him being more than 30 million euros by then, before even the Champions League really came in through for him to go ahead and really showcase what he has in his wardrobe, it's believed that he's really going to be even more than 50 million euros, according to me. Reason: 2 assists in 2 games with 2 goals adds up to 4 goal involvements. And you know how the Champions League really explodes the price of the player. You know that very well. Look at Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez was bought at close to 100 million euros by Liverpool. But why was it that the case? It was simple. This guy came in through a side which goes by names of Benfica, put in 8 goals in the Champions League and scored close to 30 goals in the league, and obviously a turnout of close to 40 goal involvements in the entire season. And his price really went up to the levels that most of us never even thought about. That is a man who goes by the names of Darwin Núñez. And for him, he was not as skilled as Mudryk. And I believe by the time the Champions League group stages get done, Mudryk might have really made a different performance altogether that is going to call for a team which goes by the name of Shakhtar Donetsk to really call for a huge payout, which got a very huge payout for a team which goes by the names of Shakhtar Donetsk. So don't be surprised, don't be worried when Mudryk's price is at 80 million euros. That's it, because he's performing very well. And even before he put up such performances, teams like Arsenal, Spurs, which other team? Everton, Southampton, Leeds, we are really in need of a signature of a player who goes by names of Mykhaylo Mudryk. And obviously Mykhaylo Mudryk has been really one of those players that everyone has always wanted to look at in the game of football as far as this is concerned. So smash the like button, comment and share. That was the first story that Fabrizio told about Mykhaylo Mudryk, and by then he had not even included a team which goes by names of Arsenal. And then he went ahead to let us know that, where is that tweet where he said about Arsenal? All right, there it is. He said on Mudryk that, I think in the future there is a chance for Arsenal, but not only Arsenal. In August, they had some conversations with the agents of Mudryk, but then they knew about the price tag, way more than 30 million euros. They decided not to bid. So now, this is where I want to come in and really give you my opinion and analysis as far as this game of football is concerned. To me, you can't convince me that, however much it's Fabrizio, I'm not convinced that Arsenal can really go in and bring in Mudryk. The only way they can bring in Mudryk is simple. They have to solve the following questions. The central defensive midfield question has to be solved, because when Thomas Partey gets an injury, no replacement that is really viable. When a player who goes by the names of Bukayo Saka is down, who is going to be playing that position? And Arsenal, if at all they don't address those two positions, they might find themselves into a very weird state after the World Cup. Why? Bukayo Saka, Arsenal has a very hectic October to play. You get? And the only reason he would have been really got some rest, he has been called up at the England national team, meaning that he's going to play games again. This is a man who has not rested ever since May of 2021. He has been playing every single Arsenal game. So, from October, November to the World Cup, I expect England to play up to the further stages of the World Cup, like the quarterfinals, meaning that he's going to play close to a minimum of 6 games in the World Cup. That means he'll be in Qatar until December. He returns, and the World Cup ends on the 20th, and then the Premier League gets back on the road on the 26th. Will he have gotten enough rest? I believe these are the two questions Arsenal has to answer first before they go into bringing a player who goes by the names of Mykhaylo Mudryk. I am not saying Arsenal won't sign him, but in the positions where Mikhailo Mudryk is, Arsenal really has a lot of quality in those positions. If I'm not mistaken, you know that very well. Arsenal has a lot of quality in those positions. There is Martinelli, Emily Smith-Rowe, and Reiss Nelson. You get? But in the position of the central defensive midfield, there is Ambi Lokonga and Mohamed Elneny, of which Arsenal are really hunting for a central defensive midfielder, because Elneny is going to take him like more 3-4 months to return, and obviously Thomas Partey, injury prone. Even if he's back, you can't trust him with your season. That's it. This is something that we should put in consideration. Arsenal are in for this player, but I think he is in the third tier of the list that Arsenal, of the players they'll be looking at. I know Arsenal might go in for Pedro Neto, because there are rumors that they are going to loan Marquinhos, unless otherwise Marquinhos pulls on a very exciting performance like he put up in the game of a team which goes by the names of FC Zurich away. Then he might twist around the mind of the Arsenal manager, that is Mikel Arteta. You know that very well. So, as things stand, Mykhaylo Mudryk, very good player. Arsenal want him, but obviously their priorities for Mikel Arteta. Those two questions have to be answered before they really go in to think about this. I don't know what you guys think about it, but even the third question to be answered is, can Arsenal go in and splash close to £50 million on a player who plays in a position where they really have a lot of quality? Yet they can spend £50 million on Leroy Sané and get him, or Moussa Diab and get him, or a player who goes by the names of Pedro Neto and really get him, or Gerard Bowen. Because Arsenal are really lacking competition for Bukayo Saka and in the central defensive midfield area. So after the World Cup, Bukayo Saka is going to play every game of England. Just know that. He's going to play every game of England. So do you expect them not to go on and really go in for those players first before Mykhaylo Mudryk? So I believe Mykhaylo Mudryk is not a realistic signing. Is not a realistic signing for Arsenal in January, because I can't see Arsenal going to spend close to £100 million in January. You get? If at all you are signing Mykhaylo Mudryk and signing in a right winger and a central defensive midfielder, meaning that you must be having close to £100 million on you. You don't know how things turn around, because Arsenal might find itself in January when they're topping the Premier League table and they are making that turnaround. After making that turnaround, obviously, Arsenal can really find itself in a position that they need to go on and spend, to go on and really put themselves in a position of really going back to the Champions League, and obviously putting themselves in a better position of really winning the Premier League. Because when you look at that Arsenal side, if at all it's well reinforced, it can really compete for the title this season, because it is really well built. Mikel Arteta is really the man that has put in a lot of effort to a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. So nothing is impossible for Arsenal. Lots of things are so much possible for a team which goes by the names of Arsenal. So you can't rule out anything for Mykhaylo Mudryk to come in at Arsenal in January, but I believe that the first two players are really important. Maybe if at all Mikel Arteta sees him as a player who can go on and really play on the right and the left, that's it. But I've not seen him play a lot on the right. But We want to see what this guy has on paper and what is really all good at. But I've given you all the scenarios, and the only scenario I see this player arrive at Arsenal in January, because he really loves to play for Arsenal, is when the manager Mikel Arteta comes in through and really convinces Edu that this guy can come in and really play well onto the right attacking side of the midfield. That's it. That's when I see that happening, and we will see this player coming up to play for a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. So, but obviously, Fabrizio Romano is telling us that this player is really one of those that Arsenal is looking at, and let's wait and see when this is going to happen. Then, we've been told by Arsenal that Arsenal duo Ramsdale and Bukayo Saka have been called up for the England national team for their upcoming National League matches against Italy and Germany later this month. However, Ben White and Emily Smith-Rowe have been left out. Now, Emily Smith-Rowe has been left out. Obviously, he has always been injured. You know that very well. And obviously, he has really gone ahead to miss out on very many games and is not convincing enough to go in. But to me, the Ben White question is one that we should come in here and really argue about, because I believe he is even more better than how he was last season. And however much is being played as a right back at Arsenal, that doesn't mean that he's not a central defender. And obviously, you'll need a Ben White more than any other player like the Codys that he has really gone ahead to call for the England national team, because Ben White gives you a lot of options. He can play as a right back, and he can play as a central defender. So, for a man like Gary Southgate, not calling him, it's really abysmal. It should be called out. You get? It's diabolical that this guy is not included in this lineup. I don't support Arsenal, but I really believe that he should be into this lineup of Arsenal. Sorry, in the squad of a team which goes by the names of England. Let me show you this. Let me show you this squad, and I show you how many defenders this guy is better than. Look, Dean Henderson, Nick Pope, Aaron Ramsdale. Pickford is injured, that's why he's out. But look at these defenders. Trent, okay. Ben Chilwell, okay. Connor Cody, I don't believe that is better than Ben White. Eric Dyer has been putting up a very good performance. Mark Guehichi, I think Ben White is better. Reece James, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, John Stones, Fikayo Tomori, Kylian Trippier, and obviously a man who goes by the names of Kyle Walker. So, I will believe that for Connor Cody and Mark Guehichi, I think Ben White would have fit enough for you. And I will be shocked if at all Mark Guehichi is taken to the World Cup and Ben White is left. That's it. That will be a shock of my life according to me, and I don't believe that this Southgate guy is really going to survive. And the only way he's going to survive is when he wins the World Cup. If he doesn't win the World Cup, I know very many England internationals or ex-internationals and media personnel are really going to call for his sacking, and obviously it will be a very viable call according to me. He has been here for so long. He has failed to really put together the talent that England has got to really go ahead and really win. To me, I believe players like Phil Foden should be the starting 11 of the team which goes by the names of England, and you'll find out that players like Jude Bellingham are not going to start. You can tell me that Calvin Phillips starts ahead of Jude Bellingham. I think it's supposed to be Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham, because Calvin Phillips is a better player than all of these, but he has not been playing. And then you call him up. That's really nonsensical, according to me. So, this guy who goes by names of Gary Southgate really has something wrong with him, according to me. But let's wait and see what is going to come out of the games. They're going to play against Italy and a team which goes by the names of... They're playing Italy and what? They're playing Italy and Germany. So, those games will be in here. We'll try to go on and really bring in what we call the match build-up and match reaction most times, because next week there are no Premier League games and we're really going to be considering those games. So, guys, tell me what you think about Arsenal favourite to sign Mudryk, Ben White dropped by England, and obviously a man who goes by names of Ramsdale, and Bukayo Saka called up at the England national team. And to me, I really believe that he would have even went ahead to call like 40 players, because there is no need to come in and really play these players, because he knows how these players play. He should go in and really include other players that are really good and they need a chance. So that's all I had for you onto this channel, but smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates.